Hey guys, it's DOJO MOJO back again with another video, and today we'll be talking about the Tesla Cybertruck. And if any of you have been, keeping up with any information on Tesla, it's pretty much an electric electric pickup truck that Tesla unveiled a couple days ago with a buttload of new specs and incredible speed, but it's been like dividing the Tesla fan base over like the design pretty much, not gonna lie. But today I won't be just talking about that. I will go over that, but that's not my main focus. I'll be going over the specs, other details, sort of like the advantages over like the current best-selling truck, which is the Ford F-150, and of course my own opinion, because like, what's a tech video without the person in it giving their own opinion, Let's get with the video. Okay, so before we get to the Cybertruck specs, let's talk about the specs of the Ford F-150. So, for the Ford F-150, the low-end model is going at $28,155. The payload is 1,999 pounds. Towing is 7,770 pounds. Mileage is 20 to 22 miles per gallon, and for the high-end model, it's going at $67,135 bucks. Payload is 3,230 pounds. Towing is 13,200 pounds, and mileage is 19 to 21 miles per gallon. So those are the specs for the F-150, but I'll specifically be comparing the high-end model of the Ford F-150 with the high-end model of the Cybertruck today. So yeah, let's go to the Cybertruck. For the single motor one, because they have like a single, double, and triple motor. For the single one first though, there's the price, which is $39,900. The payload is 3,500 pounds, and I'm not going to be stating the payload from here on out because it's pretty much the same thing for all models. The towing is 7,500 pounds, mileage is 250 miles, so that's pretty decent for a pickup truck and an electric vehicle, especially coming from Tesla. Now, the double motor starts at $49,900, the towing is 10,000 pounds, and the mileage is 300 miles, so considerable boost in mileage, and you're definitely going to see that as an advantage if you're going cross country or you're routinely using your pickup truck for like great distances or commutes. If you do that, the triple motor though starts at $59,900. The towing is 14,000 pounds, and the mileage is 500 miles. Now that's a considerable boost from the double motor and single motor, and a great step up from the model series. I think the cars in the model series start from like around 300 miles, I'm guessing. So yeah, this is like 500 miles on like one charge, and that's pretty good. It also makes sense because it's a pickup truck. It's got like a lot of space naturally, and considering that they're using very like a very innovative design, it uses like a lot more space. The battery's obviously going to use a lot more space, and the truck's design accommodates for that. So I think that's a very genius thing Tesla really did with this truck. So yeah, if you're wondering about why mileage is so high, it's because there's more space in the truck. So now let's move away from the specs for now. Let's go to the other details, the benefits, advantages, So based on the spec sheet, you can pretty much tell like the high-end Tesla Cybertruck severely beats the Ford F-150 high-end model. Like, first off, the price is lower. Yeah, the price is lower. You're getting more payload, you're getting more towing, and according to the spec sheet, you're getting more mileage, especially with the fact that it's an electric vehicle. Like, that's a significantly like great distance, So I think that going for the Cybertruck from a financial standpoint is a great choice because you're getting a lot of benefits at a low price, and that's definitely going to get a lot of fans or just regular truck drivers to buy it, you know. So yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say for that, not gonna lie. Like, if you look at the spec sheet for the Tesla Cybertruck and the F-150, you notice that the Tesla Cybertruck beats it in so many categories. It's almost like a no-brainer to go for the Cybertruck, you know. So if you're going for the truck, I really don't blame you for that. Before we go on to the opinions though, alright, I will get there. Let's talk about the other features of the truck. So a truck utilizes a unified vehicle frame, which allows for reduced cost, height, as well as maximum interior seating capacity. So basically, because of the like exoskeleton, the unified exoskeleton of the truck, of the pickup truck, it allows for more space in the truck and reduces the cost, because now they don't even have to use that much steel. You get what I'm saying, right? So yeah, and the steel used for the body of the pickup truck is actually cold rolled stainless steel, and it basically makes the exoskeleton super durable and long lasting. And also, fun fact, it's actually the same steel used on the SpaceX's Starship body. So that's pretty interesting, you know. What else? The truck goes incredibly fast. Like, it goes from 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds. That's like way faster than a lot of cars. And, you know, it may be unnecessary for a truck, but hey, it's there. You want to have a joyride? The specs are there to accommodate for that, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know, people going really fast with their cars and really enjoy this one. It's really making out to be one of the best like trucks on the market right now, and it's electric. You know, that's kind of crazy. It's definitely unprecedented for like the car industry. So yeah, I want to go over the last one though. That's very important, because as of now, there are no details about the like safety of the truck. So I think that's why Tesla's planning on releasing it in 2020. I think they said 2021. I think they said 2021, something like that. So yeah, they're planning on releasing in 2021, and I'm guessing in the time that they have, the truck is gonna undergo like rigorous safety testing, so that you know, Tesla knows that the truck is safe to be operated on the road, and it's not like posing as a potential like harm to civilians or other drivers, you know. As for the fact that like the exterior is mostly made of like stainless steel, it's definitely gonna like, you know, completely wreck the body of another car with like another driver in there or something like that, or a car with a weaker body basically, because the truck is pretty much a tank in a sense. Because it's durable, it's like bulletproof, and like it's long lasting. Those three things together, like, you know, that's making up to be one of the strongest vehicles on the market. And that thing smashes into another car, and you get not only a car accident, but possibly like someone's death, because it's such a tough truck, you know. So yeah, there's also no confirmed crumple zone, because when vehicle manufacturers are making a car, they are striving for like a greater design and aesthetic, you know, the usual. But they're also trying to make sure their car is safe, you know, and very feasible on the road in the case there's an accident. So in most cars, there's this region like from the start of the hood to the end where like the front-facing window is. That's called the crumple zone. And basically, when the car comes in contact with like a steel body or another car, or hits a pole or something, that area is supposed to evenly distribute the sort of the shock of the car hitting another object. So like it crumples up, which lessens the energy of the impact, if that makes sense, you know. So yeah, there's no confirmed crumple zone, but some speculate that with this new design Tesla's taking, the shock will be evenly distributed across the metal. So you practically don't even need a crumple zone, because the steel is so strong that it can really last against like circumstances like that. So that's definitely a possibility. I hope that's the case though. And if it's not, get ready to see like an entirely different design in 2021 or whenever it releases. So yeah, that's all there is to go over, like the benefits and other things to note about the truck. Let's get on to my opinion. Alright, so this is the part y'all have been waiting for the entirety of this video, and I'm gonna start right now. So basically, the specs of the truck are pretty good. Like, not gonna lie, I'm not a truck person myself. I don't even own a car to begin with. I have like a small bike in my garage. The specs of the truck are fantastic, and they're definitely gonna be like great competition against other pickup truck or truck manufacturers like Ford, Chevy, Toyota. I think Honda makes trucks. I'm not a car person, like I said before, but yeah, they're definitely going to do well against them because the specs are so well, and they accommodate various situations, and it's very versatile. So whether it be you're camping or you're just using it for regular use as like a truck driver, you know, it's well adapted for all conditions. That's what I'm trying to say. As for the design though, I mean, I can't really say I hate it now because like there's a reason behind them going with the like prism-like look, you know. It's completely like feasible. But then again, I wonder if Tesla could have like taken a different approach, because like, if I'm being honest, I don't really like the design. Like, it just doesn't look like a truck, like a traditional truck. And I know Elon Musk argues that trucks have pretty much retained the same look for the past like 100 years. And that's definitely true. Like, you even see it in smartphones. I talk about this in a lot of my smartphone videos. Like, smartphones have retained the same design or a very similar design to other like smartphones in the industry for years, almost like decades, you know. And it's really nice to see something different, like the Samsung Galaxy Fold or the Motorola Razr, you know. But like, it's just so outlandish that like it barely resembles a truck, and it's not something I personally would drive because it doesn't like look right. It's everything like there's no contour, there's just edges, it's pointy, it's just so low poly that I don't know, it just looks like an unfinished product. And the fact that other people are on board with it, like, I can't really say that they're wrong for liking it. Like, you can like it if you want, you know. And in fact, if you like it, like, tell me in the comment section. I'd love to hear your opinion about it. But like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of sad that people like this design because it's just so weird, it's clunky, and Elon Musk claims that it's like futuristic and like, you know, cyberspacey or whatever it is. But it's just, I don't know, it's not the traditional futuristic look I'd actually imagined. Like, there is one concept artist that like created his own rendition of the possible Tesla truck, like back in like the beginning of summer, I think. Yeah, sometime around that. And the truck, as you can tell from viewing the image, like, it looks really nice. It's futuristic, it's aerodynamic, definitely aerodynamic, because if you look at the Cybertruck, it's cutting corners and the air is not going to be like real friendly about that, but it's still fast, I would say. But yeah, it's aerodynamic, it's also stylish, it just looks nice, you know. And it's not one of those concept renders where Tesla plasters the whole front design of the model series onto a truck and call it a day. It's actually innovative, and I think it looks nice. And if they'd actually given like the wheels and the concept art, like replace it with the wheels and the actual Cybertruck we've seen like a couple days ago, it would look even better. But you know, that design didn't come into fruition, you know, it's not our reality. So I guess I just have to live with this. I guess the people who don't like the design just have to live with it. And if they don't change it, I can't blame them for not doing it. I mean, they're already getting hundreds of thousands of pre-orders right now. And changing it would probably like weaken their sales and lessen their growth right now, and influence in like the truck industry pretty much. And you know, if they don't want to change it, I'm okay with it. I mean, I'm not buying it anyway, so it's not my concern. So like, you know, I just hope that from here on out, their vehicles don't turn out to look all boxy and stuff. You know, I think we've strayed away from that for decades now, ever since like the early 50s and 40s, you know, when the first cars came out and stuff. Like, I don't think we should be going back to that, with a few modifications that deem it futuristic or stylish, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my take on the truck. If y'all have your own opinions, like I mentioned before, leave them down in the comment section. I'd love to hear what y'all think. And also, tell me what you think about the quality of this video, and inform me of some changes I can make in making another video next time. I'd love to know that. Alright guys, so definitely don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you want more content like this, and make sure to share it with others who are interested in news about Tesla or electric vehicles, or just tech in general. You know, I provide all of that information to you without including the hodgepodge and nasty like little details that are unnecessary. I make it short and simplified for the audience to understand, and I think people who are really into news like this will like my content, so definitely share it with them. That's all I have to say. This is DOJO MOJO signing out.